And that's the home field advantage.
Watch the team with the home field advantage.
Only on WBRE and WYOU. We start tonight with some breaking news in Lackawanna County.
The most watched newscast at 11 p.m. starts right now. 2822 News Night Shift starts right now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Nick Toma.
And I'm Candace Kelly. We begin with some breaking news tonight. A large fire that broke out in Lackawanna County.
Flames broke out after 9 p.m. This was at a residence in Dunmore on Jefferson Avenue. You can see these are pictures now that see how much flames had happened there on this fire. Now, these are from a viewer. Smoke coming from the building. Police say everyone was evacuated and no one was injured. So again, that's what police told us late tonight. Let's take a live look right now from that scene in Dunmore. You can see that crews appear to have the fire in hand. They put it out. Now they're kind of working just to clear the area and to clean up. Again, this is happening on Jefferson Avenue in Dunmore. Avoid that area if you can. Cause of the fire unclear at this time. Stick with 2822 News on air and online for the latest information on that fire.
Data center meetings have become almost weekly occurrence in NEPA, especially in Lackawanna County.
But tonight, people in one community there literally stood up in an act of defiance against the data center developer. Our Avery Nape explains what happened at that meeting tonight and what had people so angry.
For months, people in Archbald have been standing up to data center developers, but on Monday they took it to another level. Before the hearing even started, dozens threw the developers' words right back at them. Just last week, pamphlets like this one found their way into mailboxes throughout the borough, and less than a week later, they're back in the hands of the developer.
I think it hit like a thud. I think everybody, if nothing else, I think it got people riled up. There's a lot of people here tonight that disagreed with what was in there.
Inside the hearing, engineers and an attorney representing the developer were questioned on Archbald's largest data center proposal to date. This was the third hearing for the Wildcat Ridge site, and Monday's questions mainly focused on traffic impacts. The nearly 600-acre, 14-building proposal would sit above Route 247, locally known as Wildcat Road. And while many there were concerned about the traffic, many more focused on the pamphlets.
You said propaganda when you were here. You want to talk about propaganda? I'll tell you about propaganda.
The pamphlet that was sent out reduces our area, our homes, our lives, and our future into a transaction.
The pamphlets laid out what were referred to as myths and facts, but people we spoke with say those facts are questionable. The project will have a fourth hearing on Thursday, May 14th at 5 p.m. Until then, the project's conditional use application remains in limbo. In Archbald, Avery Nape, 2822 News.
A pair of House bills addressing data centers has been passed by the Pennsylvania House. One requires annual energy and water reports for data centers. The other requires a local government commission to develop an optional model ordinance that municipalities could put into effect. Both bills now head to the state Senate, where their fates are unclear.
Brush fire along Blue Mountain near the Appalachian Trail is now contained after burning through more than 100 acres of land. That fire ignited Sunday morning in Carbon County. What started as just 5 to 10 acres quickly spread and reached nearly 120 acres. The flames are contained, but 60 firefighters remain on the scene. Experts say the #1 cause of wildfires in Pennsylvania is people burning debris, and a small fire can quickly turn into something big.
Right now in Carbon County, lower parts of Monroe County are just getting some of that leaf onto the tree. So a sunny day, the sun comes down, it heats up all this leaf litter that's on the ground. That dries it out. So any kind of spark, any ignition from any source, that could be people burning debris.
And the cause of that fire is still under investigation.
A Susquehanna County firefighter is hospitalized after battling a wind-driven fire that destroyed a mechanic shop in Silver Lake Township. The flames broke out just after noon on John C. McNamara Drive, consuming a building, a camper, and a flatbed truck before crews got it under control. Authorities are now trying to figure out what sparked those flames.
A knife fight in Hanover Township sends 2 men to the hospital and lands one of them in jail. It happened yesterday afternoon on Lee Park Avenue. Police say 26-year-old Dominic Irwin pulled a knife during an argument with 25-year-old Kenny Acosta. Both men were cut. Irwin is now in Luzerne County Prison on aggravated assault charges. Acosta is expected to face those same charges when he's released.
A young person's lucky to be alive tonight after someone opened fire from a car in Williamsport. Police say a passenger in a gray SUV shot at the victim on 4th Avenue and missed Sunday night. The vehicle then drove off at a high rate of speed. Tonight, police are asking neighbors to check their security cameras and call investigators.
A mistake turned deadly on a Snyder County highway this morning. State police say 64-year-old Brian Shea pulled out of a driveway on Route 522 in Franklin Township directly into oncoming traffic. He did not survive. No word if anybody else was hurt in that crash from Franklin Township.
Still no word tonight on how seriously 2 people were hurt in a Carbon County crash. They were taken to the hospital after 2 cars collided just before the Lehigh Tunnel last night. The wreck slowed down traffic for about an hour, and what led to it is under investigation.
Youth sports organization is ripped off. State police say more than $33,000 was stolen out of a Susquehanna County Little League by someone close to the organization. Investigators say the team's treasurer, 41-year-old Amy Skiba, used the league's checking account for personal purchases and cash withdrawals between 2021 and 2025. The alleged theft was reported to authorities in December.
A closed Luzerne County bridge has become a repeated target for vandals despite warnings from local leaders. For more than a year now, the Nanticoke-West Nanticoke Bridge has been shut down as crews wait to begin repairs. Engineers have warned the bridge could collapse under its own weight. Vandals have continued to tear away fencing on the closed bridge, frustrating local leaders and taxpayers in the process. Fencing meant to block access has been torn down 4 times, costing taxpayers thousands of dollars.
Unfortunately, we have to spend more money. We have to get cameras. We're working with the Nanticoke Police Department to do more patrols, and we have a plan.
The county manager says the cameras are in the county's possession and will be installed soon.
Tragedy deepens in Philadelphia. 3 people are now dead after a parking garage collapse. Officials say 2 bodies were pulled this morning from the rubble of that 7-story garage at the Children's Hospital that collapsed last week. Both men recovered were members of Iron Workers Local 401. First responders say they quickly realized that the search and rescue had turned into a recovery mission, and to reach the remaining victims, they had to demolish what was left of the structure first. Philadelphia's mayor says a full investigation is now underway into exactly how that collapse happened.
It's been 1 year today since a man broke into the Pennsylvania governor's mansion and set it on fire. 38-year-old Cody Ballmer climbed a fence outside of the residence before breaking a window and throwing a Molotov cocktail inside. The governor and his family were in a separate area of the home and they were able to safely evacuate. Ballmer is locked up, sentenced to spend up to 50 years after pleading guilty to all charges. More than a week ago, Shapiro observed Passover with faith leaders and family, reflecting on the attack.
A powerful moment of reflection bringing people together in Lackawanna County. Members of the Jewish community tonight gathering to remember the past and to look ahead. Candles flickered as dozens of people come together in Scranton for Holocaust Remembrance Day. Now, this event focuses on honoring loved ones, sharing stories, and reflecting on that dark moment in history. A guest speaker shared a deeply personal story of survival. Isa Friedman spent her childhood hidden in a cellar by a family friend during the Holocaust, staying out of sight for more than 3 years. Community leaders say events like this help keep those stories alive and teach future generations.
This event not only brings our community together to be able to reflect and remember, but also to serve as an educational opportunity for our community to share the stories, to be able to make sure that we defeat hate with education and love.
Organizers say continuing to share survivor stories is key to making sure that history is never forgotten.
It's a leadership course getting teens ready for the real world. ROTC and NEPA will show you how this course is helping develop future leaders and instilling a confidence beyond their years. It's next in this week's Here's to You, Kid.
And a new music school's hitting all the right notes. How it's helping locals chase their big dreams. Still ahead. Josh?
Nick and Candace, it's feeling a bit warmer, a bit more like summer this week, and at the same time, we're tracking rain showers and thunderstorms. More are coming. Your forecast a few minutes away on 2822 News.
Hi, I'm Michael.
You may be familiar with what are commonly called the 3 R's in education: reading, writing, and arithmetic.
But at some schools, there is a 4th R, reserves. 2822's Mark Hiller shows us how this program is helping to develop future leaders in this week's Here's to You.
The Army Junior ROTC Cadet Crew.
These are not college students participating in the U.S. Army Reserve Officers Training Corps program. They are actually some of the fresh-faced student cadets in the Junior ROTC program at Hazleton Area High School.
Bravo Company is prepared for inspection.
Roger that. We'll start with you.
The JROTC program at Hazleton Area is led under the watchful eye of retired U.S. Army Colonel Teron Humphrey.
The program is, I like to say, the only one in the school that focuses on the individual and the whole concept of figuring yourself out.
This elective course at Hazleton Area began in 2024 with 50 student cadets.
What's your name?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, welcome to the program.
That number has since tripled in the program that participating students describe as a family-like atmosphere.
It kind of feels like I've gained another family because everybody here gets along very well.
You're to lead me through your unit. You're going to be one person ahead of me at all times. Do you understand?
Colonel Humphrey says cadets learn such things as time management, understanding what type of learner they are, and what type of environment works best for studying. The program also helps build character.
It's a leadership course that's going to teach you first about yourself and teach you good skills, and then try to teach you how to lead a small group and grow.
I've learned how to lead people in better ways, to be patient and to not get angry easily at people.
I've become like a better person. I used to have anger problems, not anymore.
Bravo Company, attention!
We're trying to teach you how to be a better citizen, respect for the flag, respect for your country, the basic foundation building blocks to make you a better person.
Some of these cadets may end up serving in the military. However, such a commitment is not required through JROTC. But what these cadets are learning could help them achieve more than they ever thought possible.
It's also taught us how to think about ourselves, also taught us a lot of reasons how to help ourselves, and that would practically ration out how I feel about the whole program in my experience.
The unit has been formed.
Here's to you, Hazleton Area High School Junior ROTC. Mark Hiller, 2822 News.
And it costs students nothing to join the Junior ROTC. Besides Hazleton Area, Wilkes-Barre Area, Panther Valley, and Pine Grove Area school districts all offer that program.
If you'd like to nominate someone for Here's to You Kid, let us know at 2822news.com under the NEPA's Children First tab. A music school has taken root in Schuylkill County, and it's already making strides in the community. Let There Be Rock Schools Pottsville welcomes students of all ages to learn a wide range of instruments as well as behind-the-scenes work. Owned by Brandon Yegley and David Cantwell, the school already has upwards of 20 students. Once enrolled, the students have the opportunity to perform live as part of a band, and the owners hope to inspire people who come from small towns to chase their big dreams.
Seeing them progress every week and seeing the set list get bigger and bigger and these kids just take off in their instruments is just, you know, it really makes our souls smile every time we leave here.
Let There Be Rock Schools Pottsville has hoped to expand to give more opportunities to people by offering audio and video production lessons too.
Tensions between the Vatican and the White House are soaring to an all-time high.
Coming up, fallout over a post showing President Trump depicted in the likeness of Jesus, what he's saying about the now-deleted image, and his controversial comments directed at the Pope.
Rooftop weather brought to you by Anzalone and Doyle. Reach for the top when choosing your medical
Thanks for watching.
Have a nice night. See you back here tomorrow.